like to make more money than you are right now? Yes? Yeah. Okay, good. And how many of you would like to have way less stress in your life? Yes? Okay, good. Because I'm a master at that. So, you're in the right place. Before I tell you too much about what we're going to do on healthcare in the early 80s, which is all, who's been to a chiropractor, by the way? Anybody here? Only one, and the rest of you are still alive. Wow. Okay, that's good. So I practiced chiropractic. We took a lot of courses, very similar to med school, but more courses in nutrition, lifestyle, stress management, anti-aging, and longevity. So I did that for a while. Then I moved to Indonesia, Jakarta, and I built chiropractic clinics there, and I trained doctors, and I also built companies. I work with large corporations there, such as Walt Disney, ExxonMobil, Transocean, the floating oil rigs, and quite a few other oil and gas companies. What I did is they hired me to help their managers, CEOs, GMs get on the same pathway, because they were all going in different directions. Have you experienced that in your work? Yeah. So that's what I did. I was there for 11 years. I lived in Bali for a couple years. Most of you are Catholic and Christian, which I'm used to from North America. And the women here are the most beautiful in the world. So, yes.
Are they inside this one?
You need to open your eyes.
Yeah.
I've been all over the world. So I came here, and I came in 2016, and I landed a consulting job with a chiropractic company, the largest company in the Philippines. And I took him from 5 clinics to 10 clinics in 9 months. That's my specialty, is designing, building, training doctors, training staff, putting systems together and making them work. So I'm good at building companies to profit. So that's what I did. In 2016, I met a beautiful Pinay lady. She kind of took my heart right away. And we actually have been together for 9 years now, and we were just married a few years ago. In fact, she's standing at the back right over there in the blue shirt, and the blue skirt. Miss Kim Robson, yes, my lovely wife. So she's my asawa here. She always comes to my events, making sure I say the right things. Don't go too bad. Sometimes, when you go to a new country, all you learn is the backwards. So I'm being careful with what I say. Okay, everybody, take a deep breath in. And we have, okay, good. So my background is human capital development. I'm also a naturopath, which is on nutrition, weight reaction, response, that you choose to create to a given situation, person, or event. Okay? Understand? It's not the person, it's not the event, it's not the situation. It's the response that you choose to create to that situation. So, that means who's in charge of the response? The issue or you? Yourself. We're not trained that way. We're not educated that way. We're trained and educated that it's that. It's her. It's him. Right? So you're giving away your power. So here is the key to stress. You want to be aware of your choice of response. Now, the brain is made up of 2 main parts. What is it? Conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is about the size of planet Earth. The conscious mind is about the size of a basketball. It's really small compared to the power of the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind, basically, it's habits. It doesn't know what's right or wrong, good or bad. It just responds like a baby. Okay? And we all have it. So the key to stress is to be aware of yourself and the response that you're choosing to situations, such as interpersonal situations, other people, staff, subordinates, superiors, all this. Oh God, you're driving me crazy. Okay? You want to know why. and go deep down inside. Because deep down inside, underneath stress, there is going to be some form of, you know what it is? Letters, 4-letter word, starts with F. Fear. Okay? Oh. Everybody say that. Fear. Fear. We as humans are afraid of each other. Okay? We're afraid of being attacked. We're afraid of judgment. We're afraid of being criticized. We're afraid of being fired. We're afraid of all kinds of crazy things. Okay? So, you want to assess yourself, and this is a deep subject, but I wanted to address it. Because when you're working with other humans, there's gonna be egos and pride and pressure and criticism and judgment and all that kind of stuff. Okay? Understand? You guys, can you relate? Yeah. Okay. So it's a huge topic. I do a lot of coaching. I do a lot of life coaching and a lot of corporate coaching to solve big problems, and that is my main challenge that I have to resolve. Okay? Because we as humans, we're crazy. Okay? We go through lots of stuff. And usually the child within is very reactive. All right? So, am I hitting some red buttons? Some hot spots? Yeah. So, look at yourself in the mirror and go, okay, what am I stressed about? What am I afraid of? And what's bothering me the most? I go through the communication toolbox, which has to do with no fault, no blame, no right, no wrong, no guilt, no shame, no resentment, no anger, no should, don't should on yourself. Yeah, that's a whole one-day seminar. Okay? It's a lot of fun. You'll learn a lot about yourself. So breathe. You guys are very serious right now because you're going really deep into your soul. All right, good. Okay, we're going to end shortly. So I want to just discuss it with Arnold Patton. I'm going to tell you a story. Can I tell you just a short story? Okay. Arnold Patton was a lawyer in New York, a group of principles that had to do with basically what I just told you. No guilt, no right, no wrong, no good, no bad. It's just what works and what doesn't. Universal principles. And he healed himself, and they went around the world teaching this. That's where I learned a lot of my stuff is from, Arnold Patton. And other people like Tony Robbins and all kinds of people around the world. Most of them are in North America. So there's a lot of things that you can do to reduce stress. But you have to have a look at yourself and see, am I in the right place? Am I doing what I love? Am I having fun? Is this driving me crazy? Because you can only take so much, and then something's going to happen in your body, and I will find it. When you come and see me, your body doesn't lie. You will. No, I'm fine, doc. But I can find the problems. Who's worse than saying, no, I don't have any problems? Men or women?
Men.
Men. Women don't care. Doc, I got a problem with this. Men? No, we're strong. We're Iron Men. My dad taught me to not reveal any weakness at all. All right? Women, they don't care. They just want to get fixed and cleared up and healthy. So, us men, we need to kind of let go and make sure that we clear. Okay? All right, good. So, my last story I want to tell you, because people ask me, Doc, what can you help me with anything? Yeah, just about anything. I have a patient that's been in a wheelchair for 5 years. During COVID, had spinal problems, everything else. Never walked for 5 years. He was brought in to see me, said, Doc, I want to walk again. Okay, let me check you. X-rays, things like that. I started to see him twice a day. He's walking now. But that took months. A little girl in Jakarta. Never walked in her life. They brought her into me. You know how it is in the province. They say, okay, this is a foreign doctor. He does a lot of stuff with children. Yes, but I don't know whether I can help your daughter. They were in Singapore. Orthopedic surgeons, neurosurgeons. Everybody said she'll never walk. So I x-rayed her, and her spine was pretty gnarled up for a 4-year-old. And so I said, okay, I'll take your case on. Let's see what we can do. I saw her every few hours, 3 or 4 times a day, for about 3 or 4 days. And she said to her mom, I can feel my legs. She can start to feel her legs. And after about a full week, she could move her leg. 2 weeks, she could lift her legs up. And then I started to just see her twice a day and spread it out a bit. And then as I started to move the bones, I just started to adjust her, that's all I was doing. Moving the bones, connecting brain to body, brain to body. And after about 3 weeks, okay, actually 4 weeks, because I memorized this whole program, she actually started to almost stand up. She could almost. 6 weeks she got out of her chair, and about 6 weeks, and she walked for the first time in her life along the wall, just balancing. Of course, we're all in tears, just like, oh my God, what can you do with just your hands? And some simple chiropractic adjustments. All I was doing was removing the interference from brain talking to body. Very simple. What I do is very simple, but it's very powerful. Make sense? That little girl would change her life. So, with any of you that whatever problems you have, you're all walking, you're all functional, it's going to be fairly easy to correct. Okay? So, yeah, it's pretty exciting being a chiropractor. I've been doing it for 42 years. I'm a master at that. You're in good hands, okay? But I'm a tough coach. I want to make sure we get results for you, not just make you feel good. Behind your head, okay? Like there, both hands, okay? Okay? And now you can do this. Pull it down like this. So you're pulling your neck down forward like this. Stretch it down. Don't jerk it. Slow stretch down until you feel the chin on the chest. Breathe out as you do this, okay? Breathe out, okay? No. Oh, yeah, it's okay, you can. Just to get the idea. Stretch it down, that's it. Stretch it forward. Breathe out as you do it so you can feel, and you can feel the muscles in the back as well, okay? All right, good. All right, now, okay, that's good. Don't go to sleep there. Take your hands off. That's great. Okay, what I don't recommend that you bend your head sideways or to the left or the right, okay? Please refrain from doing that. Because what that does is it jams up these joints on the side. So if you bend here, it can lock, okay? So, but there's a difference. I want to show you the difference. You turn your head to the left and you pull it 45 degrees. How much? 45 degrees down to your left. See the nose? The nose, you pretend that the nose has a long point to it and it has to touch the floor, okay? All right? Okay, and then you pull it with your left hand. So now you can do it left hand, left side stretch. No. The nose has to touch the floor. Pull it down. Yeah, like that. So the neck goes down like this. The nose should be looking at the floor. Okay? There you go. That's, my dear. Use the left hand to turn to the left side. Yeah, and down. And you want to turn your head more like this. Pull it down that way. That's going to stretch the side. Okay? And then do it with the other hand. Pull it down the other way. Yeah. Okay? Good. Good. Head down forward. Okay? Good. All right. Excellent. Okay, relax. And then remember to massage. You're massaging these joints into here. Okay? Good. Okay? Good. All right. There you go. Give him a big hand. Good job. Okay. You guys ready? Yes. So what we did. Here we go.